Alright guys, what's going on? It is just Mac and back with another Halo 2 Vista episode. Today we're going to be doing some more Cloud CTF. I know it's kind of, more Cloud CTF, but, you know, I don't care. I like this playlist. If I like this playlist, I'm going to keep playing this playlist for you guys. I don't care if you guys don't like it. So, you may have noticed that my resolution has once again changed. I changed it back to what it used to be, because I figured out, no, what I had before was completely wrong. That this is the right one. So this is the one I'm going to be playing on from now on. It's actually a little bit better quality, even though the y-axis isn't quite as the x-axis isn't quite as stretched. So it's not as it's wider. So it looks quite a bit nicer. Alright, so today I'm going to be talking about my first day of college. I got back about an hour ago from my first day of college. You know, I was very excited for it. I only had 2 classes today, but you know, I still had a good time. So the bus there, I never really had to bus to school because my elementary school was 2 blocks away, so I biked or walked or whatever. And then my high school was even closer; it was a block away. So you know, I never really had to like bus anywhere, and I never really bused like to the mall or anything like that. I was always like, I always got a ride, or you know, I was just too lazy to bus. And then I like biking places. That was fun. So I bused there, and I didn't have my with the school. They give you something called a U Pass, which is like free bus fare basically, and you just flash the card, and then you just step on the bus for free. So I didn't have that yet, so I had to pay the $2.50, which is kind of overpriced in my opinion for just a bus ride. But whatever, I can't take beggars can't be choosers. So I was busing there, and then on the bus I met one of my close friends from school, that I hang out with, and so I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I don't get to be alone, because I didn't exactly know where to go, and she had already bussed there before. So it was kind of nice having her to she kind of guided me, and then she showed me where the buildings were and everything. And I had printed out maps and stuff, but I hadn't I hadn't actually been to the campus. I went once, but that was to take a test, and I didn't really try and walk around the the campus too much. So this was it was kind of, I'd say it was new. Somebody else might not, but it was new for me. And then so that was the bus ride there. And then when I got there, I had to walk around my class, and the campus it's not the biggest campus in the world, but it's not the smallest campus either. So it's a decent sized campus. There's the couple main buildings. There's the B building and the A building, and those are the 2 buildings that there are that there are classes in. And then the B building has 3 stories, and the A building 4 stories or something like that. It's a crazy amount. So I walk in, I look at my schedule, and I'm like, first day of school, and I'm like, it's Monday, but Monday was a holiday, so we didn't have school yesterday. So I was like, yeah, I'm in A building, and then, I was like, yeah, I'm in B building, and then the girl that I was with was like, yeah, me too. And I was like, sweet, we can walk together. Little did I know that I did not have A building, or I did not have B building, I had A building. So I was like, oh fuck. So I walked halfway into B building and found my class, and then I had to step back out and go look for the new class. I was like, fuck. And so I finally found my class, and I go in, and it was the class started at 10:30, but it told you to be there by 10:20. So I was inside, and it was 10:20. And then I was sitting there, and it was since it's the first day of classes, and nobody knows each other, because it's not like high school where you're going to the school with the same people, and so you get to see with all your friends, and you're like, oh man, I'm in these 3 classes with you, and stuff like that. No, it's you don't know anybody in your class. Like, you might know one or two people, but like, or you might know like one person, but you might not have like talked to them. It might have been just like some random person that was like in one of your classes. Oh, I just got one. So I'm sitting there. I'm like, I walk in. There's like 10 tables. Each table has enough space for like 4 people on it. And then I like walk in. I'm like, oh man, who looks cool to sit with? And I was like, oh, you guys all. I don't really want to sit with any of these people. Some of them were like super Asian girls, and it's like I don't really want to sit beside like any of them. So it's like it was a computer science class, so it's more of a intellectual type of class. So I wasn't expecting like any like hot girls or any like super cool guys to like come in like come chill with me. And then I'm sitting there, and then like some brown guy walks in who's not the tallest, but he's not like super skinny. He looks kind of like not built like super built, but he's not like pinner. So it's like I was like, he comes and he sits beside me. I was like, sweet. Oh my god, double break, let's go. Oh my god. Oh my Jesus. That was sick. That was sick. So this guy comes in, he sits down beside me, and then it was like, I was like, oh yeah, he sat down beside me, and then I'm like, I like shake his hand, and I'm like, yo, my name's Mac, what's up? And he's like, yo, I'm Civ, and I'm like, oh sweet, yo. And then we like start talking before the class starts because the teacher didn't come in yet, and I was like, oh man, what did the teacher look like? Wow, that guy shot me with a dick. And so I'm like, we're like chatting away, and we talk about it, and he's like, oh yeah. I was looking for people to sit with, and I was like, who? And I was like, oh, white guy. And I was like, yeah, he looks chill, right? He's like, hi, yeah. And so we were chatting, and we got along really well, and he was like, super nice guy. And so I was like, I guess you could say that's the first friend that I've met at college. So, the class was fun. It wasn't too long, it wasn't too short. It was like 2 hours, so it was pretty good. And then the second class was economy. So I once again got out of the class, went looking. I was like, oh, where do I go? So find out where I have to go into the class. It's like it was already packed because we got out of the other class late. So I was like, oh crap. So I'm looking around for like something to like, there's somewhere to sit, and I'm like, oh look, white people in the middle. It's like, oh, let's go sit with them, because like the place where I live is filled with like Asians. Like 3/4 of the population here is Asian. I'm not even kidding. And then so I like look, and I go sit with them, and I like sit beside them, and I didn't really say anything. And then I looked, and then it was 2 guys, and they were sitting together, and they're both friends, and I was kind of like, fuck, like that means they're not like as inclined to like meet new people as like most normal people would be. So it's like shit. So then I was like, what's up, my name's Mac. And then they kind of looked at me funny, and like they looked like they'd been there for like a year or two. Oh, what the fuck? That guy wasn't on my radar. Looked like they'd been there for like a year or two, so I was like, and they just kind of like looked at me funny, and I was like, okay, not talking to you guys anymore, so not gonna sit with them again. Flag return. But that was okay. And then we got like he gave us like a self-exam test, and it was like all these like questions about like finance, and I was like, fuck me, I don't know anything. But then I got through the class. The chairs were kind of uncomfortable, but I got through it. Like I got some BSTL. I got the ball stuck to leg is what I call it. It's like just uncomfortable. And so the teacher for the first class, like I said, was really chill. But the second class, he was like, I don't know where he was from, but he had an accent like this, and he had like a, I don't know where he was from. He was from like, he wasn't, I don't know, he was like Poland or something. I don't not know accents, so that's probably 100% wrong. And his writing was really, it's not really bad, but it's not the greatest. So it's like he was writing out his name. It was like I was something really long, and his last name was something even longer. And I was like, Jesus. And then he was writing like he's writing like my mom does, and like half. It's like half handwriting and half non-handwriting. And so it was like his last name was like I, and then it was like a Z. He like really made it like really big, and it looked like a 3. And I was like, what the? I was like, his last name is I3, and then it keeps going, and then like more like other letters. And I was like, what the hell? Like that's the most fucked up last name I've ever seen in my life. And then it's like he gave us like a handout, and it had his name on it, and I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So 1 minute left, and then 1 minute left, so I'm gonna wrap this up. And then on the way home, I got my ID card and I got my bus pass, so I didn't have to pay for the bus ride home. Save $250 and save lots more money because I'm gonna be busing every single day. It's like a 50-minute bus ride on like slow days, like 30 minutes on a nice day. So I'm like going, and I take the SkyTrain, and then I'm waiting for the bus to bring me back to home. And then I'm like, look at my clock, and it's like 2:57, and the bus comes at like 3:06, and I'm like, oh man, I'm really hungry. And so I look, and there's like a fresh sliced pizza behind me, and there's a whole bunch of signs out that was like Tuesday special or something like that, and it was like a dollar for a slice every Tuesday. And so I was like, oh man, I could go and I could get like 2 slices for like, if I look at my wallet and I like a $5 bill, I was like 2 slices and the drink. I was like, oh, tax. I'm like doing a whole bunch of math in my head, and I go up and I'm like, two pieces of pizza. And then she gave me 2 pieces of pizza, and it was so good. And then I just ate them on the bus on the way home. So that was my first day of college. Hope you guys enjoy it. Enjoyed me talking about it. If you liked my video, then subscribe, like the video, comment, blah blah blah, do all that jazz. I have to ask for it because I don't have a big audience. But I thought this was a pretty good episode. It went well. I wrote up some notes, not really a lot. I didn't even really go by them. I wrote them out and then I just talked. So this is a pretty good episode. So that's it. Like I said, if you like it, subscribe, like, blah blah blah, do all that jazz. Alright, so peace guys.